My friend, before we begin today's story, I want to ask you a simple question. Have you ever had a dream that felt too big for your life? A dream that felt impossible because you didn't have money, or support, or confidence, or even a clear path? Have you ever looked at your life and thought, how can someone like me reach something so far?
If you've ever felt that way, today's story is just for you. Because today, we will meet a girl who had nothing. No money, no chances, no support. But she had one dream, and that dream carried her farther than she ever imagined. If you're new here, welcome to Daily English Practice Podcast, a place where you can learn English through gentle stories, full of emotion, vocabulary, hope, and slow, clear speech.
If you enjoy stories that help your English and your heart, please subscribe to the channel, like this episode, and comment one thing you dream of learning this year. Your dream matters, and today's story will remind you why.
Let's review a few powerful phrases from this chapter. 1. Noticed her sadness. Meaning, saw she was sad. Example, the teacher noticed her sadness. 2. Disobey. Meaning, to not follow rules or someone's instructions. Example, she didn't want to disobey her father. 3. Light the way. Meaning, guide or inspire others. Example, her dream could light the way for her family.
Repeat. Noticed her sadness. Disobey. Light the way. Great.
Let's begin. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and join us on this journey. This is She Had Nothing But One Dream.
In a quiet village, at the foot of a tall mountain, lived a girl named Lena. She was 13 years old, thin as a bamboo stick, with big brown eyes that always looked like they were searching for something. Her family was one of the poorest in the village. Her father worked in the fields. Her mother washed clothes for neighbors. They had a small house with a leaking roof and 2 old chairs that shook every time someone sat down.
But the poverty wasn't the hardest part. The hardest part was this. Nobody believed Lena would become anything special. Their world was small. The mountain blocked their view of the cities beyond. Most children in the village left school at 12 to work in the fields or carry wood. It was normal, expected, predicted. But Lena wasn't like the others. She had something inside her, a quiet fire that refused to die.
Every evening, after helping her mother wash clothes, Lena would climb the small hill beside their home. She would sit there, legs crossed, her little school notebook open on her knees, and she would write. She wrote dreams, stories, ideas, plans, questions. And sometimes she wrote one sentence again and again. One day, I will see the world. She didn't know how. She didn't know when. She only knew why. There was something waiting for her beyond the mountain.
Let's pause for a moment and learn a few helpful English words from this part of the story. 1. Poverty, meaning the state of being very poor. Example, her family lived in poverty. 2. Predicted, meaning expected or believed something will happen. Example, people predicted she would work in the fields.
3. Refused to die, meaning something that continues strongly, even when difficult. Example, her dream refused to die. Repeat after me. Slowly. Poverty. Predicted. Refused to die. Beautiful. Let's continue our story.
Lena did well in school. In fact, she was usually the top of her class. Her teacher, Mrs. Rahima, would smile at her and say, "You have something rare, Lena. You have ambition." But at home, things were different. One night, her father came home tired, his clothes covered in dust from the fields. He sat down heavily on the broken chair and looked at Lena with tired eyes.
School is nice, he said quietly. But you are old enough now. We need you to help more at home. Maybe stop school next year. Lena's heart dropped. She felt the world tilt. She wanted to speak, to defend herself, to defend her dream, but her mouth refused to open. Her mother tried to soften the moment. "She is smart," she whispered. Maybe her dream will help us one day." Her father sighed. Dreams don't feed families.
And that night, Lena cried silently into her pillow. She cried because the world felt too big, because she was small, because her dream seemed impossible. But she didn't give up. She didn't let the sadness break her. Instead, she whispered into the darkness, "If I can't change today, I will change tomorrow."
Let's pause and learn some expressions. 1. Her heart dropped, meaning she suddenly felt sad or scared. Example, when she heard the news, her heart dropped. 2. Seemed impossible, meaning felt like something could not be done. Example, her dream seemed impossible.
3. Didn't give up, meaning continued trying even when difficult. Example, she didn't give up on her dream.
Repeat slowly. Her heart dropped. Seemed impossible. Didn't give up. Perfect. Let's continue.
The next day at school, Lena couldn't focus. The math problems blurred on the page. The words on the board floated like clouds. Her mind kept repeating her father's words. Dreams don't feed families. After class, her teacher, Mrs. Rahima, noticed her sadness. She touched her shoulder gently. "Child, what's wrong?" She hesitated. Then tears slipped down her face.
"My father, he wants me to stop school soon." Her teacher closed her eyes for a moment. Then she said something Lena would never forget. "Sometimes the world around you is small because people are afraid of losing you to something bigger." Lena looked up. "But what should I do? I don't want to disobey my father." Her teacher smiled softly. "You don't need to disobey him. You just need to show him that your dream is not dangerous, that it can light the way, not just for you, but for your whole family.
Then she placed a book in front of Lena. A book about a girl from another village who became a doctor after years of difficulty. "Start here," Mrs. Rahima whispered. "Stories teach us courage."
Let's review a few powerful phrases from this chapter. 1. Noticed her sadness. Meaning, saw she was sad. Example, the teacher noticed her sadness. 2. Disobey. Meaning, to not follow rules or someone's instructions. Example, she didn't want to disobey her father. 3. Light the way, meaning guide or inspire others. Example, her dream could light the way for her family. Repeat. Noticed her sadness. Disobey. Light the way. Great. Listener, we will meet in part 2. Until that, if you enjoy the history, please hit the subscribe button if you don't already, and click the like button. That is help us a lot. Thank you.
When Lena returned home after school, she felt different. Yes, her father's words still hurt. Yes, the future still scared her. But inside her heart, something had changed. Her teacher's voice stayed with her. "Your dream can light the way." So that night, while her family slept, Lena quietly opened her small notebook. She took a deep breath and wrote at the top of a fresh page, "My secret plan: to continue school and keep my dream alive." Her plan had 3 steps. Help more at home so her father would feel less pressure. Study early in the morning before anyone woke up. Find a way to earn a little money to help her parents and prove her dream wasn't a burden. It wasn't a perfect plan. It wasn't easy. But it was a start. And starts are powerful. Lena closed her notebook and whispered, "This is my path. This is how I begin."
Let's pause a moment and learn a few helpful words. 1. Burden. Meaning, something that causes stress or pressure. Example, she didn't want her dream to be a burden. 2. A fresh page. Meaning, a new beginning. Example, she started on a fresh page. 3. Path. Meaning, a way forward, a direction in life. Example, this is my path. Repeat with me. Burden, a fresh page, path. Great. Back to our story.
The next morning, Lena woke up before the sun. The world outside was still dark, the air cold, the village silent. She washed her face with cold water, took her notebook, and sat outside under the fading stars. She studied math, then English, then science. By the time her mother woke, Lena had finished 2 hours of study. Her mother smiled softly. She could tell Lena was trying hard, but not everything went smoothly.
The market trouble. 3 days later, Lena went to the village market after school to try to help her mother earn a little extra. Her plan was simple: offer to carry groceries for customers. But when she approached the first customer, the woman looked her up and down and laughed. "You're too small. You can't carry anything." She tried another customer. He waved her away without even hearing her words. She tried a third, a fourth, a fifth. All refused. Some ignored her, some looked confused, some seemed annoyed. And for the first time, Lena felt her courage cracking, like thin ice under heavy feet. She sat behind a spice stall and let her tears fall quietly. Maybe my father was right, she thought. Maybe dreams don't help families like ours.
Let's learn a few expressions from this emotional moment. Went smoothly, meaning happened easily, without problems. Waved her away, meaning dismissed her, told her to go without speaking. Courage cracking, meaning beginning to lose confidence or hope. Repeat slowly. Went smoothly. Waved her away. Courage cracking. Beautiful. Just as Lena wiped her tears, she heard a warm, gentle voice behind her. "Why are you crying, little one?" She turned. An old woman stood nearby, pushing a small wooden cart filled with herbs. Her hair was silver, her hands wrinkled, but her eyes were bright, like someone who had lived many lives and learned from every one of them. Lena quickly stood up and bowed her head. "I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm fine." But the woman shook her head. No child sits alone in the market with tears unless something is wrong. Something in her tone, soft and patient, made Lena open her heart. She told the woman everything. Her dream, her father's worries, her secret plan, and how everyone had rejected her. She listened quietly, nodding slowly. When Lena finished, the woman touched her shoulder. People say no because they don't see who you are yet. But I see you. You are trying to rise in a world that pushes you down. That takes bravery. Lena swallowed hard. But how can I help my family? Nobody wants my help. The old woman smiled, her eyes glowing. Then help me. She pointed to her cart. My legs are old. My hands shake. I need someone to push my cart around the market while I sell my herbs. I cannot pay much, but I can pay something, and I can teach you things that money never could. Lena felt something warm bloom in her chest. Hope, possibility, a door opening. "Yes," she whispered, "I would love to help."
Let's learn from this beautiful moment. 1. Rejected, meaning refused, not accepted. 2. Bloom in her chest, meaning a strong, good feeling growing inside. 3. A door opening, meaning a new opportunity appearing. Repeat with me. Rejected, bloom in her chest, a door opening. Excellent.
The next morning, Lena met the old woman whose name was Safa at the entrance of the market. Safa gave her a simple job: push the cart, smile at customers, help measure herbs, carry small baskets. But the truth, Lena brought something more valuable than strength. She brought kindness. She brought honesty. She brought energy that made people stop and smile. Before long, customers started coming to Safa's stall because of the polite, bright-eyed girl who greeted everyone with, "Good afternoon. Do you need any herbs today?" One customer whispered, "That girl is a light." Another said, "She speaks so clearly. Is she in school?" Safa smiled every time she heard these things. She knew Lena needed more than money. She needed confidence. She needed proof that she was capable of more than people assumed.
After her first week, Safa placed a few coins in Lena's hand. Lena stared at them, speechless. It wasn't much, but it was the first money she ever earned herself. She ran home and gave it all to her mother, smiling proudly. Her mother gasped, "Lena, where did you get this?" "I helped someone at the market," Lena said. "I can help more, and I can stay in school." Her mother pulled her into a tight embrace, tears in her eyes. But her father, he didn't say anything. He simply looked at the coins, his expression unreadable. Then he walked outside in silence. Lena felt her heart tightening. Was he angry? Was he proud? Did he still want her to quit school? She didn't know, but she whispered to herself, "I will continue, no matter what."
Let's learn some expressions from this chapter. 1. Speechless, meaning unable to speak because of strong emotion. 2. Unreadable expression, meaning you can't tell what someone is thinking or feeling. 3. Tightening heart, meaning feeling worried, scared, or nervous. Repeat after me. Speechless, unreadable expression, tightening heart. Wonderful. Please don't forget to subscribe the channel. That whirl for us. See you in the next.